we had some growth, but it's like I told them in the locker room. It's kind of fun. You're at 16-1, and yet you can see an awful lot of growth that we've still got ahead of us, and things that we've got to work on to get better and improve. And that's a positive. If we were at 16-1 and can't do things any better, then I think we can plateau out. But I think the ceiling for this team is still very, very high, and that's exciting.
Similar halftime lead tonight. Did you feel like you guys did make a little bit of improvement in the second half versus the Cal game? Or?
Yeah, the Cal game was really the last 5 minutes. Became rec league and put your head down and drive like crazy, and we didn't defend that very well. But they're down 18 with 4 minutes to go. So it's, we found a way to still win the game by 10. And tonight, I thought they made a run in the second half, but I never thought it was, the point. It was more of us not executing what we wanted to do defensively. We got lazy defensively, and then it carried over to our offense. And then once they settled down after about probably the first 5 minutes of the second half, we responded very well. We just got to get back to having good starts the second half. For the majority of the season, we've had that. In the last 4 games, we've not. And so we've got to do a better job coming out of the locker room. There's no question about that.
How pleased were you for both of you guys with how you came out of the locker room out of the gate and built?
Well, very good. I thought, and the Cal game the same way. I thought we established who we wanted to be. We scored 48 in the first half. And the pace that Zoe played at it's a phenomenal pace. There's not, in my opinion, there's not another player in the country that can play at the pace that he plays at. And our guys enjoy playing that way because the ball moves, and he makes sure the ball moves because at the pace, so much pressure he puts on the defense. And I thought, make or miss, he did a great job of pushing it and keeping the pace going. Even when we were in a half-court setting, the pace continued. And that's something that we've been really trying to work on offense is the half-court game, that let's push the pace full court. Then when they make us play half court, keep our pace going. Don't become stagnant and one guy hold the ball or one guy dribble 5 times. That's easy to guard. So I thought there were times, especially in the first half, where that pace was good, both full court and half court.
Coach, right here. Having gone through what last season, and then seeing the crowd the way it is now, how does that feel?
Well, it feels great, and I'm most happy for the guys. Because they've deserved this, whether it's been seniors like Isaac and Bryce, Tom, a junior, Gigi, a junior, guys that have been here through the tough year last year, but the Sweet 16s prior to that and the conference championship prior to that. They've deserved it because they've worked awfully hard, and they're great guys, high-character guys. And then now, obviously, the freshmen that have joined us, it's been a great blend. We're an exciting style to watch. I mean, these guys are fun to watch because they work, they share it. We're growing at both ends, and that's fun. But to be 16-1, 17 games in, and your only loss is the last-second shot, that's been a lot of fun. But it's fun, not just the winning part, it's who you do it with. When you're going to go on a journey, you want to do it with individuals that you love, you respect, you care for, and our coaches feel that way about this team. We want to try to do everything we can to help them be successful. Sometimes that's patting them on the back. Sometimes that's getting after them, and it's not fun doing that as a coach. But I think there's sometimes the accountability stick has to come out. And I don't play the game, hey, we're 15-1, we're 16-1. No, are we getting better? Are we growing? Are we trying to become great? Because we've got guys on our team individually that want to be great, but they know to be great, the team has to get to be great. And we're not there yet. I don't care, we're 16-1, but we're not great. We've got a lot of room for growth, but we do have the opportunity to be great. And through this journey, it's a lot of fun doing it with these young men.
Lonzo, what led to that laziness defensively?
Just focus. Coaches have a great game plan, so we know who we have to guard, how to guard them. So we just got to put 2 halves together and we'll be fine.
Isaac had 15 tonight, but not real efficient shooting. Do you look at that as him breaking out of a slump a little bit, or how do you kind of view his performance tonight?
Well, I'm pleased that he got points on the board. He's a scorer, and so that part of it, I'm very pleased. he's figuring it out. You know, the guys that go through slumps like that, they just got to figure it out. And I think he's coming around. He's figuring those things out. It's as I was telling Zoe, it's just about trusting your teammates. You know, I think sometimes when you haven't played well, you press, and now you force things. And some teams you have to do that. And to Isaac's defense, last year's team, he had to do that. If Bryce was struggling, he'd have to force things. And, you know, but if you look at Bryce really through the season and now Isaac up until this point, they're not forcing shots. And so now they're making a higher percentage of shot because this is a team full of teammates that you can trust that they're going to help make you look good. And so anytime you're struggling, maybe the first impulse is I press and I got to work harder to do more. And that's not always the case. It's almost like you got to almost release more of yourself and trust your teammates more. That's not always easy, but I think he's fighting through that. And the more he can trust his teammates, the better, because these guys, they love playing with Isaac. They know the importance of Isaac, and he's a great player. So we fully expect him to continue to do what he's done all year for us.
So what areas do you see for growth that this team has?
Tremendous area of growth. You know, like Coach said, you know, we're 16-1 and we still have a high ceiling. It starts defensively, obviously rebounding, keeping the ball in the front, but we can get better on offense too. You know, our pacing's been picking up. Just got to keep finding guys.
Coach, anything you can specifically pinpoint for struggles on allowing opponents to offensively rebound, not just tonight, but over the course of the season?
Yeah, you know, I think you just always have concerns that you're looking at, and that's an area of concern that we've been talking to the guys about, and we got to continue to work on it in practice. We got to continue to do a lot of film work, but that's something that if we can get that, there are a lot of things, but if that's one piece that we can get shored up, you're going to see our offense kick into another gear too. I mean, we gave up 16 offensive rebounds tonight and scored 89. You know, if that's cut in half, if that's cut to 8, that's 8 more shots we're taking off the rim and running. And as I've told these guys, I've yet to see a team this year on TV, on film, that's as good as this team in transition. We are really, really good in transition offense. And part of that is let's not take it out. Let's take it off the rim. So if that can just continue to be something that we keep guys accountable to and we just keep working on, if we can have a game where we get it to where it's 8 offensive rebounds we give up instead of 12, 14, 15, 16 tonight, I think the guys are going to have even more fun offensively. And so it's just kind of learning to close that defensive possession. You do things right, and the guy takes a contested shot, you're not done yet. You have to secure the rebound, and it's something we got to continue to work on. Thank you. Appreciate it.